and welcome to all my beautiful, vibrant souls with their Saturn in Libra. I don't know why I said it so high-pitched, but I'm liking it, so we're gonna stick with it. Yes, welcome, back up, Sanessa. Welcome back to all my old friends. Welcome and hello to all my new friends, to my little corner of the internet. Oh, excuse me. Starting the reading with my ceremonial cough. I'm so glad to have you guys here with me today. This is for all my lovely, vibrant souls who have their Saturn placement in the sign of Libra. I do want to kind of preface this reading by saying that while this is a general reading for all with their Saturn placement in Libra, this will play out for you differently. Sorry, this is bothering me. Differently based on the house that it's in and then how it's aspected, as well as, sorry, I have a little tiny bit of cat fur stuck. As well as your personal life journey. If you are interested in this reading for yourself, you are welcome to DM me. My shop link is in the description box below. I don't currently offer this as like a, standard featured reading in my shop, but if I get enough requests, because I'm happy to do customs, if I get enough requests or I get enough comments on these videos, I'm happy to add it as a permanent fixture. So that's just something to keep in mind. But before I dive in, I do want to kind of talk a little bit about what Saturn in Libra is all about. So Saturn is the planet that deals with restrictions. Saturn is also the Lord of Karma, also deals with time, deals with our personal sense of discipline. And this is where that restrictions energy comes in, right? Because the restrictions are there to help push us to overcome challenges and obstacles and really master a particular energy. Saturn's lessons are tough. We are not allowed to really cut corners when it comes to Saturn, but the rewards are very much worthwhile. They're very long lasting. They're very stable. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. So that's just something to keep in mind. Now, Saturn being in Libra in particular, first of all, Libra really deals with the legal system. So those with Saturn in Libra may find that they have a lot of restrictions or challenges when it comes to legal issues. So whether this is something where maybe, for periods of time in your life, you have kind of run-ins with the law and you're sort of dealing with that. This is also about justice and fairness. So this is like big karmic energy going on, right? Because Libra energy can really deal with justice and karma as well. But this is, this is restrictions in two major areas. One is, like I said, fairness, sense of justice, equilibrium, equanimity. So those with Saturn in Libra might find that things feel very unfair. You might find that you feel you get punished more harshly than other people, like other people can get away with things much easier. You might feel that like if you step out of line, you do something where you incur some particular like bad juju, bad karma, that you feel like it kind of strikes back at you relatively quickly. So it might feel like other people are kind of able to skate by, but you not so much. And this would be what this placement is all about, right? And this is meant to help you kind of, this is really meant to help you explore your relationships with your values and coming into balance with your truth, like the truth of your soul, like your moral values, and then how you live that in your world. Libra is also the house of partnerships, Libra rules the 7th house, which is the house of partnerships. So this is very much as well about negotiating the relationship between self and others, having a healthy balance between self and others, and a healthy balance in general. So you may find that you face a lot of restrictions, particularly in your interpersonal relationships, and that you face a lot of restrictions in terms of, really having to figure out where you end, where the other person begins. Libra, sorry if you guys can hear the wind blowing outside my house. It's incredibly windy today, so that's fun. Libra is also known for, in its shadow energies, being a little bit like people pleasery. So you may find that you have relationships where it's very restrictive in the sense that you're either, it's almost like, there's an imbalance of power. Either you do everything for this person and you don't get that back, or you try to do things for people and it's like they just will not accept your your kindness. They will not accept what you're bringing to the table. And this is meant to help you really negotiate that balance. And the last thing that this placement can really talk about, because Libra is ruled by Venus, is restrictions in areas of creativity and business in particular. So you might find that you have a lot of restrictions when it comes to acting on your creative projects. And this one I feel like will be particularly pronounced in whatever house it's in. So for example, if you have, you know, Saturn and Libra in your second house or something, right? This would especially be in your career. You definitely see that showing up in your career and finances. So, you know, this would be like restrictions in pursuing your creative projects, especially anything where you have creative partnerships and collaborators. You might find that you kind of just like hit a lot of dead ends or a lot of duds. It's just anything like that. Getting your creative projects off the ground, monetizing them. If you want to start your own business, you might find that this is a very restrictive, you have to overcome a lot of restrictions in order to do that. And I feel like there's a sense that it's almost like not fair. In particular, and this would be that Saturn in Libra kind of, you know, hard lessons and karmic energies kind of vibe of this placement overall coming through. So that's just like a really quick and dirty kind of, you know, description of what this placement is. Again, very much dictated by your personal astrology and life experience so far in terms of how it plays out for you. But this is what this is kind of about. So I want to look into messages from your Saturn about something going on in your life right now, that it wants to, your Saturn kind of wants to give you some insight on for how to work through or overcome. So I have a Soul's Journey lesson card, and this is going to be kind of talking about the lesson in this situation that you are being asked to work through. Now you might be aware of what this is, you might not, just depends. So let's see what you guys get. Ooh. Yes, I want to pull two for you guys. Excuse me. Okay. Yeah, and I wanted to look at the bottom. We have denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. So whatever this is, you might be kind of trying to minimize it or sweep it under the rug. And maybe that's why you got a couple of different cards, because your Saturn really wants to bring you insight and wisdom. Okay. Yeah, you have change. I understand that nothing can evolve. Oh, sorry, can grow or evolve without movement. Do you see that? Yeah. Okay. And wow, we have growth. I want to expand my consciousness and awareness. So we have, it's interesting, we have grow and we have growth here as well. And didn't one of these just utilize one of those words? Yeah, awareness and awareness. So again, there's something here where I feel like you're going through a very big period of change right now, or you're being encouraged to. And this is because something was very much out of balance. And I feel like with awareness coming up and consciousness, and then that denial card on the bottom, and just all the imagery we see here, something really there needs to be movement going on. There needs to be expansion, because like I said, something was very much throwing you out of balance. And I feel like you've been minimizing it. You've been sweeping it under the rug. And I'm kind of almost picking up this energy here of like, you know that you have to deal with it, and you know it's going to be a pain in the ass. So you're kind of like, yeah, I'll deal with it later. I'll deal with it later. If this was like a relationship, for example, and there's a lot of iniquity, there's a lot of like, you know, there wasn't like reciprocity and balance, right? Maybe you're giving way more than this other person. You're kind of like, yeah, but I love them, so I'm going to do it. And it's kind of like you're sweeping the problems under the rug. Or if this was like something with, you know, if you're trying to start a business, there's like a pretty significant hitch in your business plan, or there's just like, there's some thing that really needs kind of like a tune-up or a 180, and then everything else is going to fall into place a lot better. It feels like there's one major thing here where it's like, there needs to be this recognition, but I feel like it's going to require a lot of work from you, or require a lot of like you having to give something up or something like that. And it's kind of this, again, this energy of sweeping it under the rug, of that denial, of being like, you know, yeah, I'll deal with that later, or it's not so bad. You know, once I accomplish X, Y, Z, I can do this. And they're saying, no, once you do this, then you can accomplish X, Y, Z. So your Saturn really wants to bring your attention and awareness to this issue. Oh, shit. Okay. So those just came out. Flow is at the bottom. I wanted to look. Yeah, because you've got, look at this, anger and cleanse. Can you see those? Yeah. As I looked up at the camera, it was 10:01, which I love. So endings and beginnings. Excuse me. Okay, so I feel like this is what's going on. There's a situation in your life where I feel like you've been giving to this person, to this situation. You've been really giving it your all. And I feel like, because look at this image, right? There's like this like fault line down the center. This thing is trying to fall apart, fall away for you, trying to change, to bring in something better. And with the line kind of intersecting it, it's like you are trying to hold it together, even though with the open eye, you can see this. And I feel like when you look at this situation honestly, it makes you angry. But there's this fear of it falling apart, of it being ripped open, of having to look at it more seriously. So there's like something here, there's like a thread here where it's like holding it together. And your Saturn saying, no, we're bringing your awareness to this for a reason, because something needs to be cleansed here. Something is out of balance. I feel like, especially with the imagery here, emotionally, excuse my burp, I'm sorry. This is throwing you emotionally out of balance. I feel like it's like hard for you to keep your head above water. And I feel like the longer you ignore this, oh my God, I'm sorry. The longer you ignore this, the more it throws you emotionally out of balance, like the more you're underwater, essentially. And I don't know why this is making me think of that. I'm butchering the quote horribly, but it's something to the effect of like, the foundation of anger is self-respect, right? And like, I don't know if you're anything like me. I don't like to be angry. I'm not generally a very angry person. So when I do get angry, I don't really know what to do with it. It feels very uncomfortable for many reasons. But there's something here where you're like sweeping, there's something here that's not respectful to you, and you're sweeping some kind of awareness about it under the rug, because I feel like it will require a big change, or it will require like a lot of effort, and it's just kind of like, God, I don't want to deal with it right now. I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to like confront this. It's kind of like stalling for time, and your Saturn's really like, we can't keep doing that. So let's pull you guys another card, because I'm nosy and I want to know. It's this one. But do I flip it? Yep, I flip it around. Wow. Okay, so this is Virgo energy coming through, and I was really drawn immediately to do what you must do. Yep. So some of you might be dealing with a Virgo. This kind of looks like, this Virgo looks a little like Britney Spears. Some of you might be dealing with a Virgo. You might be a Virgo or have important Virgo placements. But like, one of the things with Virgo is that it's very much of service. It's very much being of service. And one of the shadow attributes of Virgo, and actually Pisces, because they're oppositional from each other on the wheel of the zodiac, is that one of their challenges in this lifetime is to negotiate how to be of service to people without overextending themselves, without over giving of themselves or burning themselves out, right? That's part of what's in their shadow. So yeah, this is really confirming what we were already seeing, is that I feel like this is something where this lesson may come up for you many times in this lifetime, and each time it's an opportunity for growth and for understanding and like really this expansion in your awareness. But at this time, I feel like you're dealing with this situation with somebody. It could be there could be two feminine energies involved in this situation. But this is really saying like, you have to protect your energy. You have to value yourself the way you value other people, and serve yourself the way you value you serve others, right? Because everything we do is a reflection of our inner world and inner energy. So if you don't serve yourself, respect yourself, give to yourself, help yourself grow things in your life, you can't then give that to other people, because that's not in your frequency. Does that make sense? Yeah. So let's get some more information from your tarot about what is going on. Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, the Ten of Wands reversed at the bottom. There's something where it's become such a burden and it needs to be released. So we have, oof, the Devil. Okay. Look at that, Saturn, Capricorn energy all day. We have the Three of Wands reversed. Love this deck, by the way. It's so beautiful. And, oof, the High Priestess. All right, this shit isn't fucking around today, if you'll pardon me. Okay, so this is pretty straightforward. This is saying with the Devil here, there might be a lot of karmic ties with this situation, with this person. Like I said, Saturn, Capricorn energy all day. With the lattice work on the pie, it always makes me think of things being very like interwoven, very enmeshed, kind of like it's complicated. So you might have like a lot of karmic ties with this person or like a soul contract here, but this is saying that this situation is toxic to you, right? This situation is not healthy for you. This situation is keeping you stuck, is keeping you stagnant, and it's time to address it, because with the Three of Wands reversed, I feel like you've been waiting for this to get better. You've been waiting for your ships to come in. You've been waiting to, I'm like hearing like, to be delivered from the situation, or for like, you've been waiting for the miracle. You've been waiting for something to change, but the change is, in this situation, the change needs to come from within, because this isn't going to get better, unfortunately. And I'm sorry to be so blunt about that, but they're really like, no, you got to stress that, because by ignoring your frustration and your anger and saying, it'll get better, I'll deal with it later. You know, later is just, you know, later is just the tomorrow's present moment, right? Like the now of tomorrow. And it's been so many laters. Think about how many laters you've waited for this. And with the High Priestess here, first of all, we have Capricorn energy and Pisces energy, so those may apply. But with the High Priestess here, intuitively, you already know exactly what you got to do. And it's one thing to know it versus being ready to do it. And that's okay if there's a gap between our intellectual understanding and our spiritual understanding in terms of timing and action moving forward. That's okay. But this is something where, like you already know that this has to, this push has to come to shove sooner or later, and that the time is either here or it's fast approaching. Because whatever this is, I feel like it's souring all the time. You know, the Devil is also very much deals with like finances and career. So this could very well be a business partner as well. But this is, I feel like this is with one other particular person where they're not doing their share, they're not pulling their weight, they're trying to take advantage of your effort, your kindness, your service, what you're bringing to the table, something like that. And this is the energy of like, enough is enough, and you know it. You're feeling anger for a reason. The reason why you're feeling anger is because it's supposed to be a catalyst to make the change you need to make. Because I don't feel as if this person might be hiding something from you with the High Priestess, but I don't feel as if this person is ready to go the distance with the Three of Wands and is ready to, is going to help carry you to that victory that you're looking for. So I'm going to pull you guys a couple of extra cards of advice, because I don't want to leave you on like a super serious note. And I'm sorry, this is a little more tough love than I meant, than I was expecting. But your Saturn cares about you enough to want to see you grow and see you be valued and appreciated. Yeah, because the Knight of Cups reversed at the bottom. You're really pouring your heart into something, and it's just not going the way that you deserve and the way that you would ideally want. So you have the Page of Wands. You see that? I always put it out of the frame. Yeah, okay. Page of Wands. Awesome. The Empress. There's that Libra energy. Dope. Okay. And the Four of Wands. Oh my God, you guys, this is beautiful. Perfect. Okay. So I love this. This is Taurus and Libra is represented here with the Empress. This is Venus's energy. Excuse me. With the Page of Wands, this could be a younger fire energy. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Does not have to be. Really what I'm getting here is that by taking the leap of faith and starting this new journey, especially one that's based, the foundation is based in self-value, right? The Empress is super abundant because she knows her worth, and she doesn't settle for anything less than what she deserves. She sets great boundaries. She's not afraid to stand up for herself. And she really cultivates a very abundant life for herself, because that's what she attracts. And again, it's in her frequency. She knows it. She lives it. She owns it. Her consciousness is centered around this knowledge that, and again, that foundation of self-respect. Her consciousness is centered around this knowledge that she she deserves to be valued appropriately, respected, you know, beloved, and she doesn't really entertain anything that's not that. And that's why her life is like fucking awesome, because she's like, oh cool, does it value me? Does it love me? Does it respect me? Does it bring to the table what I am bringing to the table? Nope. Okay, bye. Like, that's her vibe. And that's why she has such an incredible life, right? And so really the advice here is that when this is at the foundation of your energy, your frequency, and how you expand and grow into your life, this is going to welcome in this beautiful new opportunity. This can be talking about travel. I'm really drawn into the tiger here as well. So there's something where if you have like a creative project with the Wands energy and the Empress here, this is like you've got your sights set on something, you know, there's fast forward movement waiting for you, ready for you. There's also a lot of happiness with this Four of Wands. If this is about a relationship, this is like the marriage twin flame card. So like if you are in kind of like a relationship right now where you feel like you're not being valued appropriately, you're not being treated like the Empress, this is saying, be willing to go on a new path. Be willing to be open to the possibilities and explore, because this is out there waiting for you. There's excitement, there is passion, there's creativity, there is spiritual companionship, there is joy, there is celebration, happy home, happy family, you know, marriage, everything that you could possibly want out of this situation. There's success. Like, there is exactly what you're looking for is right around the corner. And all it requires is letting go of whatever this is in order to welcome in whatever this is. So this is really, really beautiful. The last card I'm going to pull is I have this Major Arcana Blood and Honey deck. It's really cool, but it always makes me think of archetypal energies. So I'm going to pull one for like the archetype that your Saturn is suggesting you embody to help you get through this and move through this. So what do we need to, what kind of energy do you need to, chase? I like how there's High Priestess here as well. What's your energy got to be in order to make it through this? Oh, okay, High Priestess. All right. Yeah, at the bottom was the World in reverse. So there's a cycle concluding, but in this version of the world, it almost reminds me of the Two of Swords. Don't be afraid to make a judgment call, make a decision. And also trust your intuition, right? So with the High Priestess coming out, this is really saying trust your intuition, act according to your intuition, because this is your eyes right now, right? Spirit is your eyes right now. You are, especially with it coming out twice, this is very empowered divine feminine energy, and this is saying you see clearly, you're seeing it. You know, and we have like the eye imagery coming out twice. Like, you are seeing the situation clearly. You have not missed a beat here. And don't be afraid to act on your intuitive understanding, because you're not missing a single thing. If you feel like somebody's not pulling their weight and it's not going anywhere, that's because that's true, right? If you feel like you're not being valued, or your ideas, you have like creative ideas and they're really great and nobody's paying attention or listening, and you kind of are like, well, screw this, follow that. Absolutely follow that, because this is what you deserve. You are on track. Trust your intuition, trust those nudges. If you feel like it's time to go, right? Also right now, energy cleansing on a regular basis is going to be very important, so you're able to hear your intuition better. But this is really, really cool. This is just about everything that I'm seeing for you. I know this is very concise and straightforward. But yeah, that's everything that I have for you at this time. I hope this has been helpful. I am wishing you guys the best, the brightest, most beautiful things that life has to offer. Take care, love bugs. Bye.